It is the RIOT on RadioU. I just want to tell you right now, if your product is $199 and it's on sale for $194.99,
woo, savings
did not go far enough to get me to move across the line.
Who are you to tell them what their sale should be?
I wasn't going to buy anything anyway, but I was just scrolling through my Twitter feed and I was like, oh, man, that's not even worth mentioning. That's not even worth bringing up.
They feel, though, that that maybe you won't even look like what it used to be. They just want you to think, oh, you're getting a really good deal because it's on sale.
Oh, look at that. Look at that sale price. What a savings.
Well, welcome to our podcast for today, everyone.
Yeah. So today in the podcast, if I haven't closed it all out, the most important things that happens is a golf game comes to my phone. That's the most important thing.
The one big takeaway from the show today.
But there are other things. We talk about the Pokemon card video that hit from Walmart's, the Saw franchise, Hidden Valley Ranch, a Transformer collection that you guys got to see to believe, but we don't have any pictures to show you.
Well, we do, but we're not sharing them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not posting them. he didn't say to post them.
That's his private collection. For security purposes, you don't want to show all that.
You know what's the other thing I forgot is probably more important than the game is the AARP. We have a nice ARP chat that I think everybody's going to get something out of.
Sure.
Yep. So that's all I got. Oh, and you know what? The show does wrap up with what becomes, I think, a very personal, intense discussion about web browsers.
I didn't see our clock time on it, but I was afraid, how long did we talk about Internet Explorer? Is it long?
4.5 minutes.
Well, it's not as bad. It could have been way worse, guys. Trust us.
That was us holding back because we're weirdly opinionated about it.
Well, text and say hi when you're done with the podcast, or if there's something you enjoy in it. 877.
Trash! Sorry.
Ouch, don't text that.
Oh, I was talking about Internet Explorer still.
Okay, still. But you can text at 877-2RADIO-U. Or if you have something you want us to cover tomorrow, send us a link and let us know you're a podcast listener.
Hot trash. Like
garbage.
Mid-August garbage.
The stuff that no one takes out, it just sits there.
And it just continues to fester.
Until they stop offering support for the trash.
It's too funny for what it is.
Bye.
If you've ever asked yourself, just how bad can it get? We've got your answer right here. Worst of the Riot, RadioU.
So Friday night was good.
Mm-hmm.
It was good. Every once in a while, I don't know if you ever have to do this, but do you ever stretch before you go to bed?
No, I don't think so.
All right, okay.
Not unless you worked out sort of stretching.
It's just me then.
Probably. You got to stretch into it.
I don't know why, but it's just very relaxing for me if I will stretch a bit before bed. Now, see, if I said I did yoga before bed, everybody would be like, oh, yeah.
That makes sense, doesn't it? Are you talking with a foam roller and stuff, or maybe not that much?
No, I've got a foam roller. Yeah, roll out your back really nice. Get those quads nice and stretched out. Get your hamstring, and then just
you ready
lay down.
To sleep?
So Friday night I was doing that. I do it, whatever. And I was stretching. You know what? The short version of the story is I was in the middle of some kind of stretch and came out of it and ended up with great and powerful force kicking my a piece of furniture in my bedroom. It's kind of a dresser, kind of not. And
please tell me. I don't want you to, but please tell me you broke it.
I didn't.
Okay, it's not that bad.
I didn't break the dresser and I didn't break my toe, but I'm stretching in the dark. And why not? I don't know. I turned the lights off and I was like, I'm going to stretch really quick before bed. It's my bedroom. I live there. I know the stuff. You know the
layout. You know the stretches.
Right. So, I'm holding my foot and it hurt. And then I was like, why is it all wet? And then I was like, that's me. I cut my toe.
Oh, no.
In the most unbelievably spectacular fashion.
Wow, you really hurt yourself.
And I bled like crazy. I mean, I'm talking huge red spots on my carpet.
Oh, no.
Because I'm just
in the dark still.
It was the weirdest thing. And now when you see me, I don't even walk like a cool pirate. I just walk like I don't even
You're
know.
hobbling because of the cut.
I'm hobbling. I am hobbling.
Well,
because my toe is still roughly twice the size it should be.
have we learned that even though it's your room and it's in the dark and you've done it before, maybe a little light on is nice?
I don't know what I learned. I don't know. I don't know. Even if I had the lights on, would that have fixed it? I don't know.
Well, what's worse is because you were just ready to relax. So your body was the exact opposite. And then when you hurt yourself, everything goes crazy. And your body's like, wait a minute. So it must have been in shock.
I'll just tell you that I was going to bed at a quasi for Friday night reasonable time. After that, it may have taken a bit longer.
Well, yeah, a little bit to relax. Should have had more stretching.
Little bit longer.
The worst of the worst. Are you ready? The Riot Podcast. RadioU.
Took my shoes off.
A little bit of pain in the foot. That's okay.
You know what? It's just going to be kind of a comfortable day. The other thing I'm doing
His shoes are off.
I'm wearing these shorts that I bought over the weekend.
Yeah.
That I got them at Costco. And they're Eddie Bauer.
Yeah.
Which I was like, okay, whatever. And they are, I think they're technically loungewear.
Is there a waistband or like?
Yes.
Does it button at the waistband or is it elastic?
It's elastic.
Oh, that's athleisure.
Just period.
Yeah,
just that's it.
That's how I phrase it. There's the things that like button and zip and stuff.
That's clothes.
That's clothes. This is comfort wear.
Okay. And I was like, I bought them for comfort wear. Mm-hmm. And then I was just like, you know what? I don't know. I could probably do the show in those. Like, just wear them. It's supposed to be like 90 degrees today or something, right?
Why not?
I was like, yeah, just wear them. And, yeah, now that I've got my shoes off and I'm in these stretchy shorts.
Do you feel it's a bit too casual? Just too much?
I mean,
no one will see. It's fine.
The only thing we need now is just get the hammock out. Just start playing.
I see you with like an open drink. Like, what's those things
with
around?
Little umbrella on
a
it?
koozie sort of thing on it? And
Nikki.
A grill over there. You're making something.
I think it sounds great.
That's the next level.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what? I'll tell you what we're going to do. It's time to get serious. It's time to get real.
Put the shoes back on.
I'm not. My toe hurts too much. What I didn't tell you guys is that not only did I cut it really bad, but last night I stubbed it terribly. Absolutely just wailed on the corner of the laundry room door. And while I was on my face inventing new words
to explain the pain that you're in, because you want to explain it properly.
Yeah, that was something.
It's the worst of the Riot on RadioU.
We've all been there. You know, do you take the $1 million 2-year contract or do you continue in high school?
What do you do?
I'll tell you what I do.
Continuing in high school? Well, what is this guy?
This is where it gets crazy. Scoot Henderson, 17-year-old high school junior from Georgia, signed with the NBA G League's Ignite team, and he has become the first underclassman in history to do so.
So that's where if you don't want to go to college, but you're like in between.
Yeah. You basically need a little more seasoning before you're ready for the NBA. But instead of going to college, you know, this is still a pro team. So you go, you make money, you whatever.
And they help you with your like your media presence, like just your contracts, your promotion, that sort of stuff, so that when you go in the NBA, you're a bit more prepared.
Right. So Henderson is, I can't 100% confirm it, but they're pretty sure he's the youngest professional player in history.
Wow.
U.S. history, at least. So
he might skip his senior year, or is he done with that and just...
I think he'll still go to school. I think he's still going to go to high school, but he won't be going to college.
No way.
At least not right now. Well, I mean, the thing is, okay, let's say that you have this great ability to play basketball, but you also really want a college education. Mm-hmm. Man, you make your money now, then that college education will be a drop in the bucket compared to your salary. So you can go back
do
to
an online school while you're doing it.
There's so, the options are huge. I mean, the other side of it is, man, college is a lot of fun. It's a great experience, but still.
But with basketball and sports, it is better when you're younger.
Yeah.
So you want to use that prime time, and then when you're done, you can do whatever you want.
I'll tell you what, if I had it to do over again, I definitely would have taken the NBA contract and then finished schooling.
Well, you were offered, so.
But it was just one of those things where I just felt like, man, I really need to stay focused. I need to get this education. And in hindsight, maybe not my best choice.
You have to live with the consequences.
But you know what? I would have maybe not hosted the riot. Think about that. You guys would have been forced to watch me play basketball instead of.
You've been like, who's this guy?
Instead of us spending time together here.
Aww.
So, you know what? It was, in the end, it was all worth
millions. You would have millions and millions of dollars.
In the end, it was all worth it, Nikki.
But you also have to be you have to have the talent for basketball to begin with, guys. So this isn't for everybody.
Yeah, no, I know. I did. I was huge. I just had to.
I thought that was soccer. Maybe you could have been a soccer player.
Nikki, I was a multi-sport athlete.
Oh, okay.
A lot of times, a lot of parents are trying to force students into being like a one-sport athlete, but there's a lot you can learn from a multi-sport approach. And not to mention having fun
the whole time.
You thought they were bad live? Well, just wait until you hear this. The Worst of the Riot podcast with Obadiah and Nikki.
Probably the best thing that I've seen all weekend and maybe all month. Yeah, we're close enough to the end I can make that call. Is this video that is circulating of these guys rushing the opening of a Walmart, like scouring the shelves for Pokemon cards.
Oh, they just make a mad rush to it. They know where they're going.
They
know where they're going,
shocking.
And they don't even care what they're grabbing. They're just grabbing at anything.
Shocking.
You've seen the Target ones, right? I mean, Target and Walmart stopped carrying Pokemon and sports cards for this very reason.
Well, as I understand it, Target stopped carrying it last week, but Walmart still has a week or two left before they come off the shelves, which is where maybe this
mad rush is.
Yeah, I mean, the video could be old or whatever, but it is a video of a group of grown men. I just can't stress that enough.
They all look the same.
And they're all dressed like me, and they're pushing shopping carts. And when the employees at Walmart opened the door at 7 a.m., clearly not a superstore since it wasn't open 24 hours. But they rush in. You actually hear some lady screaming as she kind of like dives out of the way. And
looks a lot like how, the bad videos from what is it?
Black Friday?
Black Friday.
That's what I thought of.
It looks a lot like that.
It looks like Black Friday, except there's not enough people. There's just these few people.
They're really just fighting each other.
It's getting crazy out there. Like one of the subreddits I follow, I always look in on what's going on with graphics cards and computer stuff. And people are there are some computer components that are getting very hard to get. And one of the only ways to get them not online is to go to a store called Micro Center. And so I think they have like 12 of them around the United States. People show up. This blows my mind. They'll show up on a Sunday afternoon and start camping for a Tuesday morning delivery truck.
Oh, they go through the whole Monday too, waiting?
That's right.
Oh my gosh.
They spend the whole
day just there. Waiting?
That's crazy.
Why do that, guys? Why don't you just wait like the Walmart people and just rush everything? Instead of just being in line, an orderly line.
Well, Walmart's putting a stop to it.
Yeah.
So this will be it.
Then you'll just have normal Walmart fights. It's not like there's not anything else going on in the store.
Instead of being about Pokemon, it'll be about
everything
icing.
Else.
Or, I don't know, NASCAR T-shirts.
Remember, is it people of Walmart or what's yeah. I mean, that's not like it's surrounding Pokemon, but there's its own stuff that happens.
You know what, guys? This right here is why we can't have nice things.
I know.
Right?
And they all look like they're going to go home and sell them online. They all just have that feeling about them.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering, yes, we do get complaints.
They have gone too far. This time, they are going to be held accountable.
You're listening to The Riot on Radio U.
So far past excited about this, you don't even know. You don't even know. I have a long-standing thing right here on this very show that I have a great love for, Hot Shots Golf, or Everybody's Golf. Well, that's made by a company, Nikki, and that company is called Clap Hands.
Is it the same? Is it one game or two games? Hot Shot Golf or Everybody Golf?
Everybody's Golf is what it's called internationally.
I gotcha.
And they finally, this last game, they changed its name in the U.S. Up until then, it's been Hot Shots. Well, Clap Hands, the people that made Hot Shots, have just released Clap Hands Golf for the iPhone and iPad.
Oh my gosh. So you can play Everybody Golf thing on your phone?
Yeah.
Have you downloaded it yet? Is it on there?
Downloading right now.
It is? Oh, so you didn't know it was coming?
Clueless.
Oh my gosh.
Clueless.
What an exciting day.
You have to sign up for Apple Arcade.
Oh, through them? Well,
Yeah.
I mean, that's
but you know
a
what?
small price to pay.
Do you think I care?
Just, what's another monthly charge?
If you're telling me that for $5 a month, I can have Everybody's Golf in my pocket, I'll pay it.
So is it the same game or a different version?
Well, you know what? It's technically not Everybody's Golf. It's called Clap Hands Golf. But I'll tell you right now, as someone that's spent an awful lot of time with those games, you show me this and I'm like, oh, there's a new Everybody's Golf.
And if it's close enough, that's all that we need. Well, that's exciting.
I'm stupid excited
He just loves that golf game.
I do. It's so weird because I'm not a golfer and I don't know. I just love it. I love playing Everybody's Golf. And so I probably play, they have their, they have basically a daily. It's like their daily online challenge course where you go on and I play that almost every day, which is ridiculous, but it's 9 holes. Go.
So do you think this will affect your playing there if your phone game is close enough?
Depends on how good it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know if that will.
It could totally do that.
If that'll derail your streak over there.
Well, right now to play Everybody's Golf, I've got to go to a very specific place, play on the PlayStation, whatever. If you're telling me that I can play a couple of holes here and there, fantastic.
Remember, make it look like you're working. With your phone, you're like, wow, he's really doing an important email.
He's working hard.
What you don't realize is just another hole.
Oh, yep. It's downloading. It's halfway down right now.
Okay, so tell me the name of it again.
It's called Clap Hands Golf. So clap.
Yeah.
But instead of hands, it's like Clap Hans, Hanz.
Gotcha.
Golf.
This is also known as Everybody's Golf?
Well, that's the PlayStation branded version.
That's the version of it.
Yeah.
All right. Same company, though.
Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait. It's downloading now. And
So you
what?
have to wait, but then you'll be all ready.
I can probably even play it on my Apple TV. Oh, my gosh.
Easy there.
Everything you love about the Riot, plus a handy-dandy fast-forward option. This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
I don't know how much plainer English we can put this in, so let's just get it out there. God does not care about the color of your skin. And you're like, how can you say that? No. What I mean is, he's not setting people aside like, over here is the cream-colored section, and over here is there's no sections. God actually made us the way we are. And I'm telling you what, if you can get past the nonsense, how awesome is the variety that you find in human beings? It's amazing. I mean, even when we look kind of alike, we're still not alike. We're still different. Like, God has created all this variety. And how dumb is it that we're like, oh yeah? Well, I only like this variety and I won't have any more. And I'll tell you something else. This variety is the best variety in a lot of ways. Smarter, faster, better. Come on, stop it. Like, we're all human beings, all of us. God loves each and every one of us. Does he love the color of your skin? Of course he does. It's part of you. He made you. So let's just stop. Just stop. And I get it, historically. Oh, sure. Like, we can go back in time and we can find people twisting God's words and twisting things and making it sound like this group's better than that group and like whatever. No, you're loved as you are. And if anybody has said anything differently to you, whether it's the color of your skin or your hair or how long your fingernails are, or like whatever it is, that people have said for this reason, you're no good. I just want you to know, as far as God's concerned, that is I believe the term is hogwash.
That's them doing that.
Yeah.
Not him.
That's not God. You are loved as you are right now. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
The Riot Radio U.
Nikki, how are you and your Crocs these days?
Good. I mean, I have one yellow pair.
Yeah.
It doesn't go out. They don't go out. Yellow is just a bold color for my footwear.
So that's just that's an
It's
at-home
indoor
shoe?
use. It's an at-home use, and they're very comfortable, like shockingly comfortable. But I feel like if I had a different style, maybe I would make them be day-to-day wear. Or like everybody always sends me like the Crocs. They have like slides or like flip-flops and stuff. So maybe I should get one of those.
What if I sweetened the deal with some ranch?
With some ranch. This might be bolder than my yellow ones. I'm not sure.
So Hidden Valley Ranch, yes. Would you call it dressing?
Salad dressing,
Ranch
yeah.
dressing, yeah. They are teaming up with Crocs to bring you Hidden Valley Ranch Crocs collab.
So the collabs with Crocs sell out and they go super fast.
Immediately, yeah.
These are, I'm not sure if you can pre-order them yet, but they're supposed to come out sometime later this year. And it's a white Croc with speckles of green, kind of like the ranch powder. It's got a Hidden Valley Ranch little logo on the side near the back.
Sure does.
And it comes with various, I think, is it gibbets? The little charm things that you can put on your Crocs. All things that you would enjoy with Hidden Valley Ranch. You get broccoli, is that tomato, tacos, fries, pizza, hamburger, nuggets, a bottle, and carrots and celery.
And just to be clear, with all those wonderful things that Nikki has mentioned, you can't have them.
Well,
like you
won't be able to get these in time.
You'll never get within 100 miles of a pair of these shoes.
I know you're going to really want one, and you're not going to.
That's kind of not to be like too grumpy about it, but that's the thing I hate about these product announcements is that everything that you ever see anyone announce, they're like, this is so cool. And by the way, you're never getting one unless you pay 10 times retail from a reseller online somewhere.
Well, I don't know. Like, I guess the question for some of these things, how many are they actually making? You know, like how many, is it just really there's a lack? There's just not enough? Do people buy them too fast and they sell out? Like, why can't we get enough of anything?
Well, for them, okay, like it would depend on what the item is, I would say, as to like why they're doing what they're doing. Hidden Valley Ranch is not concerned about making sure everybody that wants that Croc can buy it. You know, they are making a collector's item on purpose because the internet buzz that they'll get from it is worth so much more to them than the shoe itself.
So do they just on purpose, when it's a collection like a collab like this, not make as many as a normal run just to cause a demand for it?
I think so. I think they love being able to say, yeah, you know what?
Sold out in 10 seconds.
Exactly. Like our Hidden Valley Ranch Crocs, like we're one of the most valuable brands on earth.
And you're like, I hate Crocs. It doesn't matter. The collabs sell out no matter what.
Exactly.
So it's just how it goes. And if you want the Hidden Valley Ranch collab, it doesn't look like its pre-order is ready, but they go on sale and they'll be out later this year.
Would you buy these?
No, I would not. I don't like the white shoes.
Okay.
I think that'd be the thing. If it came in different colors, maybe, but it's a noticeable shoe, and I don't want people noticing
anything about me ever.
Anything. I just like to blend in. I really do, and that includes my shoes as well.
Hilarious.
It was bad enough the first time around, but now it's worse. Don't believe us? Just keep listening. You'll find out soon enough. This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Well, Nikki, it officially happened over the weekend.
What was it?
You know, Spiral is technically a Saw sequel.
Yes.
Or it takes place in the Saw universe. We're talking about a movie here.
Is that the one with
Chris Rock?
Yes, that's it.
He's playing that battled grizzly detective, whatever.
And I've only seen the ad where it's just him standing there and he's got like the badge on his hip and that's about it.
Me too. I have paid little to no attention to it and there's a reason.
Well, that's one that's been, I feel like if I remember, pushed quite a bit often with COVID stuff, but finally came out. And with its weekend box office draw, Saw the franchise, not any one individual movie, but the overall franchise, has now made more than $1 billion. How many Saw movies or in that world have there been? Just curious, how many movies did it take to get to that point?
Let's see. Saw 6 was the least popular, making under 100 million. Third installment. You know what? I don't know. How many, we'll have to just Google it. How many Saw movies?
No, we don't have to really.
It's going to be like, lots of people have solved movies.
It's going to be still hard to figure out.
Looks like there were 7 of them, and then
this one?
Sorry, there was 9.
9 of them? And then this?
And
so 10?
I think this is the 9th one.
I gotcha.
All right. So anyway, they are now worth over $1 billion. I've never seen one.
Never seen a Saw movie?
Nope.
I've only seen clips of it.
Clips, yes. But the clips were enough for me to be like, why would I want to watch that?
Well, you're not scared if you don't have something to be scared about. You don't want that in your head.
Hey, listen, you don't want to go through the days unafraid, do you?
Wait, is the Saw guy the little, what's the one
He's like a puppet or?
Well, what's the one we saw where he was your roommate? Was that the Saw guy or was that someone else?
Yeah, that was funny.
Those are funny. There's 2 YouTube videos that are a few years old where he's your roommate and he's like, and I've placed your electronics under the toilet and there's razor blades. Yeah, it's the worst roommate ever. That's about it. And I've only seen the YouTube videos where it's how you could have actually easily gotten out of these Saw traps if you ever find yourself in one of those things.
Yeah. Well, functional fixedness is powerful. You're in there, your adrenaline's pumping, you're not thinking clearly, you're outside of what they'd call your window of tolerance.
That's right.
Full on fight or flight mode. It's very difficult to think clearly in a situation like that.
So it's nice to watch those because then you got a sense of how you could actually have saved yourself easily.
It is kind of interesting, though, looking back at this franchise, that their very first movie had a budget of $1.2 million and grew out of a student film.
Really? So I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. So you got a student film. They showed it to some people. They got a little more budget, and here you go.
So the Saw movies, including Spiral, which just came out, which I didn't see how well Spiral did, but now they're over $1 billion for the franchise. And the Spiral movie, its budget was $20 million, which actually doesn't seem a lot.
Well, Nikki, it's not a lot. And with inflation, honestly, you're talking about, is there a 20-year gap? Saw came out in 2004, so that'd be 17 years later. Prices go up. And Chris Rock don't come cheap.
Well, no, 20 doesn't seem very expensive. It feels like maybe they went back down in their budget.
Maybe Chris Rock does come cheap.
Don't say we didn't warn you. This is the worst of the riot.
Look, guys, you got to be careful out there. Okay, because if you're not careful, you get sucked into something, and the next thing you know, you're the world record for Funko Pops.
You have too many of them.
Did you see this guy?
I wonder how long that takes. No, I didn't see him.
Oh my gosh!
How many does he have?
He has 7,095 Funko Pops.
Actually, I have seen this guy before.
Have you?
Yeah.
He has been certified as now the Guinness World Record holder for most Funko Pops.
He is in Knoxville, Tennessee, and there have been talks because he had to make a video to show off his whole collection because during COVID, the world record people would not visit to go verify one, but they had to be able to send in proof that he has this many. So now it's been verified.
Man, that's got to be the most boring video to make ever.
Gonna have to upload that somewhere.
Here's 5 seconds of me holding this Funko Pop. And here it is again.
Well, do you have to go through, or is a panning shot sort of is that going to work, or do you have to literally show every single one?
Don't know. I did not look into what you're talking about, but I would be interested to know. And my guess is that he probably did
have to go through each one.
That's what
someone would
because
do.
It's one of those things where if they're going to count to verify, and you keep sending them photos that have 500 Funko Pops in it, and the person can't see it. It's worthless.
You're going to have to prove.
Oh, man.
So he's the new reigning champ. It's 2,000 more than the previous record holder for Funko Pops. He's just been collecting them ever since.
I feel for this guy because I just look at that, Nikki, and as they say, there but for the grace of God go I.
That feels like you fell in the hole and you need help out, but you're having a good time, but maybe it's not fun anymore for the guy. He has to work somewhere between 20 to 30 different Funko figurines per week. That's how much he really works on his collection.
I want you to think about this. At 7,095, understanding that, some are going to be more or some are going to be less expensive. Just say that they were $10 a piece.
Mm-hmm.
That would mean that he's got over $70,000 worth of Funko Pops. What?
Mm-hmm. Now, maybe a lot were gifts. Let's think maybe that.
I get
sales.
It's entirely possible. There are all kinds of ways and reasons and discussions we can have about how it's not $70,000 worth. It's only $50,000.
So David, again, from Knoxville, Tennessee, we had mentioned him before, but now his collection has been verified. So he's the new champ with 7,095 Funko Pops.
I'll tell you what, I had seen Funko Pops around, but my first real encounter with him, I went to visit my uncle where he works. He was like, oh yeah, let's go over and see this person. You got to see what they have. And so he had probably 30 or 40 Funko Pops. And I was like, man, this is crazy. And he's like,
oh, like in his office, the guy did?
And then he's like, oh, no, this is nothing. Let me show you. And he showed me the app and the website that he used to track his purchases. He had several hundred. He was explaining to me and we walked out. That's when I decided I didn't ever want to buy another Funko Pop.
But do you imagine how many 30 looks and then think about 7,000 of them? I don't even know how you store all that.
I don't either.
Another 3 minutes of Obadiah talking about some tech thing he wants to buy. Worst of the Riot podcast.
Oh, Kevin.
He was just showing you his collection.
Oh, Kevin.
Kevin has a Transformers collection. I was asking him, I wonder what the world record is, because he's got a lot. But, I mean, again, when you look at someone's world record stuff.
Holy crap,
they
Kevin.
Have so much.
That's unreal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 curio cabinets. Completely full. What do you got? 3 shelves, 4 shelves each? Then he's got Transformers all along the top and big ones. That's that city one that those are Metroplex, and I don't remember what that one was called. What
I appreciate though, Kevin, is your collection looks organized. So
it's
it looks
organized.
Nice. That's art right there.
That is wild, dude. You have so many Transformers. And yes, it's 4 shelves, Nikki, not 3. Oh my gosh.
To just go and look at them. It must be impressive.
Yeah, it's really something. You know what? Look, if you enjoy it, it's fine, whatever. I just know that I see my chance to head down that road and I don't want to. But then again, if you came and looked at my Blu-rays, you'd be like, oh, you're already there.
Don't you count your Blu-ray collection, your 4K, your movie collection? It's just as impressive.
It's not.
But there's so many of them.
It's not as impressive.
Well, no, maybe not like the Transformers, but the volume wise is impressive.
I do have a lot of them. And the sad part is that I really enjoy them. That's the part I don't understand. And it even frustrates me a little bit. Oh my gosh. Kevin says 10 IKEA Detolf shelves.
That's why you need to get your collection out and you need to put your collection on shelves. Then
so
it's
that people
not,
can see it.
Then it's not some oh, what's this guy doing? But instead it's wow, that's impressive. Because you organize it, put it in a nicer display.
It's weird. Most of the time I can pick up a movie. This is so dumb, but it's true. Something off the shelf, and I could tell you, okay, this is where and when I bought it. This is why I bought it. This is who directed it. All that stuff is all locked up in my brain, and I love it. And I kind of wish I didn't.
Kind of wish you could get it out.
But I just do. I just like it. It's fine.
Can you imagine if someone was like, well, then fine, get rid of your collection just to see what happens?
And then, I can already hear,
it's fine. I'm fine.
No, that's probably the last thing in your life that's holding you back.
I know.
If only you were willing to lay it down.
Lay down the whole thing.
Then things could really happen in your life.
Whereas I just think you need to organize it and display it.
Yeah.
Is it healthy eating so many snacks, chips, and Oreos every single morning? No, of course not. But they do it for you.
Too many guys got their stomach for this line of work.
That's real love. It's the Riot on RadioU.
The AARP.
Which is an older...
I don't even know what it is, but you get in if you're over 50.
I always thought it was you got deals or something.
Discounts.
And then probably a newsletter and a card.
And it's a printed newsletter. I can assure you.
You know it is. It's not a digital card also.
I can assure you. So, Nikki, these are the 6 things that this summer we're going to see shortages on, according to the AARP.
What do they say?
Number 1, gasoline.
Well, yeah, this one's not hard.
So the gasoline one, though, it's one of those things where it's not so much going to be a shortage that you can't get any. It's just that you're going to pay with vital organs in order to get the gas you need.
That's why it'll be so expensive, they say.
Yeah. Number 2, chicken.
Chicken's the big one now. It is still the big one.
How, like, what?
They're having like some problems at wing places, like it's that bad. And then they're going with the boneless wings. It's not like chicken wings, it's the boneless one, or it's those ones. Boneless wings they seem to have a bit more of.
You
don't go for wing night for boneless wings.
We should go get wings. Are we even allowed to eat out anymore? Do you remember when we used to, as a group, go together to eat somewhere?
Remember the full buffet? Not like they changed the buffet for the wing place we have here to where it was like all you can eat wings, but they were great. Like they made them right then and there.
Yeah.
And you got like fries and that was it. You couldn't go up anywhere, but if you just sat down, they kept bringing them to you. But remember that used to be the long thing
buffet,
and you could
so
skip the salad bar. Do you remember that?
Salad bar. Why? That was just there to make you feel better.
I know, but you could skip it. Like you had the options. I miss that sort of stuff.
Yeah. And Golden Corral. They're still around too. But again, what are you, like, sending a runner to get your food? I'm sorry. Can we get back on track here? The AARP. See, we're getting old just reading this. We're slowing down. We're whining about stuff. Remember?
Get off my lawn.
Do you remember back when you could go to the buffet and they had it all?
Okay, that really was old feeling. All right, so gas and chicken.
Lumber,
yeah.
Okay. Cars,
yeah. That's real, man. I drove past like this car dealership row place that we have near our building.
Yeah.
And man, they were like visibly less cars.
It's wild.
Right there, visibly.
Okay. Got 2 things left. You ready? Ketchup.
Oh, well, why?
So,
is it a tomato thing, or?
I guess it really comes down to, it's not overall ketchup, but it's the ketchup packets.
Oh, that we talked about that before because, when you order delivery or go through now, they just automatically include all the condiments in the bags. And so they're using way more than they used to.
All right. You ready? This is the last one. This is one that doesn't affect me, but.
Last one?
Chlorine.
Oh, for pools. I did hear that.
That there's a real shortage, which I got to tell you, like,
you can't afford to put the pool in. You can't even afford to take care of it.
I mean,
but this for the AARP, it's older. Well, they have pools.
That's right, because, Nikki, they've probably reached a point, if they've been wise, that, gone with the 10 or 15 year, they're out of their mortgages now. They're doing improvements. So, sure, chlorine's a big deal.
No, this just affects us because then say your rental complex won't clean the pool and you can't go swimming in it and you're like, why? This is what they're going to blame.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry, we can't.
The lack of chicken, so. That's the 2 they'll tell you.
The annual tenant barbecue has been canceled, and the pool will not be open this summer.
And you're like, why? Oh, wait, I remember Obie and Nikki talking about the order list from the AARP.
I should start checking out AARP.org for more helpful tips. Yes.
Actually, though, you need to, if they're still, available, you could talk to your grandparents and be like, hey, guys, did you know?
Are you familiar with
I got the newsletter, too.
You might be thinking that this won't be quite as bad the second time around. Well, you'd be greatly mistaken. You're listening to the worst of the Riot podcast.
Have you ever had somebody, maybe they got down on your face, or maybe you were just in a group where they asked the question, like, do you know where you're going to go when you die? You're like, what?
Is it now?
Are we doing that today?
Am I dying now? Is that what you're saying?
And I've been to so many places where I've been asked that question. After a while, you're like, okay, all right. Let's just calm it down. And then that's always the pitch, right? Where they're like, well, it's probably hell, so you need Jesus right now. And hey, I get it. But here's what I want you to know. It is true that Jesus does care what happens to you after you die. But do you know what else he cares about? Jesus cares about what happens to you on Monday. Monday? Yes, May 24th, 2021, according to our calendar, of course. He cares about Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. what I want you to know is that God is not just about what happens to you when you die. God is about what happens to you when you live. God wants to be a part of your life, of your day to day, and he wants to teach you how to live. Man, you start doing things Jesus's way. I'm not going to lie. It's not what everybody else does. You know, you forgive people. You start trying to love other people the way you wish they would love you. You just start doing things differently. And I got to tell you, it's not about, can I be clear? It's not about joining a club. It's not about a certain tattoo or a shirt or, whatever. It is about deciding that, hey, I want to listen to what God has to say, and I'm going to start doing that in my life. And that's your life. And then, the whole, where do you go when you die? That's taken care of too. So, if you're like me, you're like, do we have to go today? You don't have to go today, probably. Nobody knows when, but I want you to know God cares about Monday. He cares about today. He loves you. If you don't know him and you want a relationship with him, say, Jesus, I'll take that. I want to follow you. I want to do things your way. I want you in my life. I want you to fill me with your spirit. I want you to show me how it's done. And man, God will do Monday with you. For sure.
Find more Riot content online. riot.radiou.com.
Nikki, did you watch the zombie thing over the weekend?
I did not. I'm not really as interested in it. But if anybody saw and it's good, I need enough people saying yes in order to get me to watch it.
You're gonna have to sell me on the streaming service I already own.
I know.
You're gonna have to sell me on clicking.
Hey,
play.
I don't know what it is because I love zombie stuff. The genre is not the problem. It's just something that didn't seem to be interesting to me. And normally I'll just put it in my queue and just be ready. But it's not even there.
Well, Nikki, it's 70% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's actually better than I thought it would be.
That's way better than I thought it would be. And A Quiet Place 2 currently sitting at 94%. How many reviews are there in that mix to be so high like that? 77 reviews. That's not bad. That's pretty. And then let's see, with Army of the Dead, 191 reviews and still at 70%. Not bad. I started it and I think I was about 5 minutes in and I was just like, you know what? This is going to be intense. I'm just not up for intense right now.
I don't want anything else, is it too soon?
It's something. It was just one of those things where I was like, No. Well, I watched an hour of Hot Fuzz.
Oh, instead? Well, good choice, first off.
Right?
That's a good choice.
That's actually funnier than I remember.
Oh, it's a classic.
It's really funny.
It's a classic.
So, yeah, that's where I landed.
The Army of the Dead, the only thing that interested me was, the one character, it's the Tig Notaro
yes,
comedian.
I saw that story.
So, there was supposed to be someone who had already filmed his spots in it, and he was removed. And so Tig came in, and they reshot the entire thing afterwards. So they were saying how it cost millions. So when you're watching this person in this role, that was all done after.
That's crazy.
After everything had been basically completed for the movie, but they had to replace the character.
Tig had a fantastic character in Star Trek Discovery. Maybe my favorite character.
Yeah, so they needed to do that, and so they were saying how that was all completely done in after.
Well, Isaac says Army of the Dead was very meh, predictable, and kind of boring. Well, you knew they weren't going to be breaking any new ground.
Honestly, meh is step up from, again, what I was expecting. Meh is not too bad.
I don't know. So 70%, it's on Netflix.
I'm sure I'll be bored enough in a few weeks and I'll want to watch something.
Well, I'll tell you what I think it's going to come down to. We get at this point in the summer where it's really hot outside and I want to go into a cold room and watch a movie.
Just go stay home and watch. But we've been staying home watching movies for a long time now.
Well, that ain't no lie.
So I don't know if that's even the same as it was.
I don't know either. But all right.
I think that's also the movie they said it's pretty good. And then it gets to this one point where they should have just ended it and it keeps going. They should have edited and just made it shorter.
I can think of a lot of movies like that.
And this could be another one. Isaac and anybody else, if you have any thoughts on it, let me know.
Yeah, I would just like to hear some takes if anybody watched it. But Rotten Tomatoes better than I expected. Isaac not feeling it.
Army of the Dead, and that's Netflix.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know what? I wonder, did I last long enough to be a view? I gave it 5 minutes.
I forget what the number is. That's
5 whole minutes,
5
guys.
whole minutes. Part of me thinks on movies you have to watch a little bit longer, but is it like the 25-minute mark? But maybe not.
I don't know.
Think of it as athleisure for your ears. RadioU's Worst of the Riot podcast.
Nikki, I don't know if you heard the bad news about Internet Explorer, but...
So is it going away, or is the support for it going away, or what?
It's a support thing.
So does that lead to eventually down the road the other thing? I haven't used Internet Explorer in a long, long time.
Has anybody? Somebody is out there using it.
Well, yeah, I mean... But those people over time must stop using it somehow or don't need the support for it.
Oh, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking.
What?
Say it. Say it.
I'm not saying it.
Say it.
I'm not saying it.
She's thinking they die off.
Well, it's an older thing.
You're a terrible person.
I'm not. I don't even mean it that way. You made it that way.
Oh, yeah, it was me.
You did it.
It was me.
No, I'm sure a lot of different people of different ages use Internet Explorer. It's been a really long time since I've met someone.
So they say that they're kind of giving up on Internet Explorer, and
it's
they're
been
going to stop
long
supporting
considered
it.
to be the less superior.
I'll tell you what, though, Nikki, Microsoft Edge.
Is that it?
Feeling edgy.
Is that its other browser?
Yeah, that's their,
okay, so that's what they'll be focusing on.
It's built on Chromium whatever, so it's basically Chrome with like a Microsoft skin on top of it, which is fine. Chrome is a piece of trash. I use it all the time, but like...
It's a good piece of trash.
It is, but like it's the worst. It's got these terrible memory leaks. I know,
but people think...
It is a resource hog like I have never seen.
It is, but we're fine with it. We're fine. Right? It's our resource hog.
It's convenient.
All right.
It's a resource hog, but it's my little resource hog.
Yes.
It can have as much RAM as it wants.
It can take all that.
Just chew it up,
I'm
buddy.
not changing my browser again. You want
a little more? Here, just help yourself.
I'm not going to do it, so it's fine.
I keep threatening to switch to Mozilla, but we all know it's an empty threat.
Well, we used to use Mozilla back in the day, and then we switched to Chrome.
Remember when Chrome was like the lean, like the new mean,
and it was
fast,
fun.
And it was all that stuff. And now it's like bloatware beyond compare.
It's a little winter weight. Little pandemic weight. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I gained some. I actually gained a lot. Pandemic weight. That's why I'm wearing stretchy shorts today.
We're talking about the browser.
Back to the browser.
So for Internet Explorer, they did mention they'll stop supporting it, which means if you have problems or anything, there's no one to help you. There's no updates. There's no patches.
There's no one to help you.
So they're going to force you
to die
feel
already.
No, they're going to force you to feel like you need to switch to the other one. They're going to push you in that direction.
Nikki, they want you to live on the edge.
That's what they want you to go do.
That's what they need to do. They need to go out there and license every song with the word edge in it, and they need to put together some really edgy commercials.
Oh, yeah.
So we can switch over.
Woo!
That'd be awesome.
Yep.
Could be tightly integrated with our OS experience.
Yep. They want you to move on over to that.
Does anybody else feel like it was all just a little much, that whole discussion? You were like, what are they talking about?
Our discussion?
Yeah.
Or Internet Explorer stuff?
Well, I just feel like you and
us.
It's one of those things where like, I'm not really, what kind of nerds is really opinionated about their web browser? And then it got so thick in here.
This was the worst of the riot, and we'd like to congratulate you on having the stomach to stick around to the very end. The riot exists because RadioU exists, and RadioU only exists because of your support. Find out more and give now at RadioU.com/donate.
My mind was blown, and it looked like it was blown because I was a zombie.